Claudio's Claudio's done everything. He's he's more experienced than any other actor I've ever met. I mean, he's in more movies than Christian Bale and Mel Gibson, and it was a real pleasure to meet Claudio. It's a real pleasure to be here in Bilbao and to get to meet him, and you know all the opportunities that have come since Red Dead 2 came out, and I've been able to meet the fans and see how much the work of my colleagues and I have reached out and affected everyone. It's just a huge privilege. And yeah, it's good to meet you, Claudio. But I've just been seeing some of his work, and it's so prolific. I can't believe how much you've done. You've put me to shame.
I was thinking just on me on the motion capture dress, and I think, no, that's Roger's work. He did an amazing work on Red Dead Redemption. I was playing it. I say, okay, if sometimes there is going to be occasion, the Red Dead Redemption is going to be in Spanish. I want to be your voice, man. I want to be your voice. Because you did an amazing work, and localization is, and 5 years of work. 5 years of work. That's amazing. There are people that don't even know how much are you implied to be 5 years working on the same character and just putting on and just jump into the character, and someday, 5 days later, jump into the character again. I say, big and huge work.
And in total secret as well. Yeah. I mean, in spandex and in secret. I mean, it wasn't unknown. We would do a scene, and we wouldn't get it finished. We wouldn't finish it until 3 or 4 years later. You know, and by that point, children had been born, and people have had divorces and marriages and everything. So we would go to the director and we'd say, I don't really remember what we did. Can we look at the old footage again? And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. And they're like, oh my gosh, that was 4 years ago. It was insane. It was a big job. It was a real honor to be a part of it. It was fascinating to see. And because it took so long, we also saw the technology change as well, and the way that performance capture was being done. You know, a lot of technological aspects changed in that period too. So we literally got to see the whole industry change right in front of our very eyes. Yeah, it's crazy.
And you come later and say, okay, that's not my size. I need another spandex. I don't remember this. I need another. Sorry.
Yeah. Thankfully, even though I got bigger, Arthur stayed the same.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but for me, to approach the character, I just have the original version that's in the language, which language is. And I need to see all the information I can, looking for the information, looking for the original voice actor, just in order to understand how he works. And for me, it's something cooler than Roger works, because I just have to be in the booth, listen to the original voice, make it every sentence, let me hear it again, and they do the same time, the same intention, and in Spanish. And it's hard. I just can't work 3 hours every day because I need to be focused a lot, and I finish working at the end. The letters go down and say, what can I say? No, please stop. And it's 3 hours a day. How many hours do you work for a session for Red Dead Redemption, for example?
A performance capture day would be a typical 9 to 5 schedule. But when I was in the booth and we were doing ADR, that would be a 4-hour session. You know, because like just with you, I mean, you could only scream for so long before you start doing damage to yourself. And yeah, that focus and that energy. But it's just fascinating, isn't it? Because there's two actors and two completely different disciplines. You know, I've done ADR as well, and I've had to recreate a performance audibly by looking at someone else's, and I know how much of a challenge that is. I don't think I've done it anywhere near as extensively as you, though. But when I was on Red Dead, also sometimes I would have to redo some dialogue because the footage got lost or for whatever reason, and that was quite of a challenge, trying to remember and put myself back into what I was doing on that day, which in some cases was a couple of years ago, you know, and to be able to remember that, I take my hat off to you. It's very impressive.
Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa thinks she's in a lot of trouble.
Now you're going to just move your mouth and make the Spanish version, okay? Focus on him.
Soy Jar Jar Binks y estoy en un montón de problemas.
Algo así.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I take my hat off to you.
No, please. Thank you, Roger. My pleasure.